Hey everyone, Nathaniel here. I've been doing a lot of working on changing life and working on losing weight. So I wanted to start keeping a video log of the journey I'm on from where I've been to what's going to happen in the future. And also I wanted to share with out there also for a sense of accountability and also if it encourages anybody or if anybody out there has any suggestions or comments, please let me know. I always appreciate any help and support. I've always struggled with my weight since I was young, but after about a decade of working 911, sitting 40, 60 hour weeks, got all the way up to 610 pounds, honestly without really realizing how much my life was slipping out from underneath me. It was just so easy to walk in every day and not be able to think too much about it, just get to work and just be able to order out with everybody. Didn't really have time to cook, or at least it felt like I didn't have time to cook, or the energy in between all that. And the busier I got, the harder it would get to do anything else. And so I just kept adding more and more weight. And it got up to the point where in late 2022, I was struggling with just being able to stay awake. I had edema in my legs, water was pouring out. It was just very, very bad. And then the height of my weight, it was at 6'10". It's just, I could barely walk, I could barely move. I would just run in, sit down, and not be able to get up for hours on end just because I didn't want to deal with that pain. And I would rather just be distracted by working all the time. I got to where put on leave, and as you can imagine, you wouldn't want somebody on 911 falling asleep. Thankfully that never really happened, but the risk was they wanted me to get better, so I've been on a journey of figuring out what's going on in my health and how I need to change everything. And a lot of it all boiled back, going back, a couple of years back, like 2016. I started going to my doctor, like, doc, I'm having weakness in my knees and I'm having issues walking. They did ultrasound and looked at everything and couldn't find anything wrong, and so they just attributed my weight. Just lose some more weight and you'll be fine. Which I struggled with because at the time I could go to the gym. I didn't have any issues actually, like weight with any kind of weights, anything. Like I felt strong, but it was just like this pulling in the back of my knee, right there in that joint, and it's just like crippling and aching my knee. And when I was, put on leave and so be able to go do further studies, thankfully I had a friend suggested me, go get your testosterone checked. And when they did, that's where they really found a lot of the issues was 30-year-old male should have a count over 300. I had 18. At some point, my body stopped producing almost all of its testosterone together, and they found a small brain tumor, pituitary tumor particularly. And thankfully, it's small and not enough to merit for them to go operating. But my new doctor, my endocrinologist, put me on testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT, and it has made a massive difference. I can tell you, within the first shot, like within about 2 hours, I tell you, it's like the amount of change in the fog lifted from my mind is like I never knew how suppressed I was underneath it, because it was all, I guess, normal. It's like recently I was listening to the song "You're Not Lost Until You're Found." Kind of really played recently into my mind. It's like, as I lost my life, going out from underneath me, not able to move, not be able to go out to places, not be able to be with friends, and it was just all taken out from underneath me by all the distractions in life. I always struggled for years, between diets and exercise routines and like things I knew I needed to change and get better in. But I would always tell a friend of mine that like I want to change, but ultimately I knew that wasn't enough. I never had that passion or that drive, and because of that, I definitely know everything ended in failure. But as you know, now I'm in the position I am, the things I'm learning, and honestly, just changing my entire mindset of really saying yes to things, saying yes to having a better life, of yes to health, saying yes to eating right, and be able to do changing my lifestyle one little bit at the little. And I mean, granted, I will tell you, it's not easy, and I'm still changing. It's hard to change so much of what's been ingrained to me after all these years, all in one night. It takes a long time, but the important part was I've been finding the word saying yes is a lot stronger than saying the word no. Saying no to bad food, saying no to this. And it's funny, I always think back to talking to people I know in psychology, is like the effects of the difference of what yes is and versus what no. And I think that's a lot of what's changed my perspective, is I need to be saying yes more often to, having a better life, having better health. And it helps me, well, yeah, I do learn how to love me for who I am, and love, my body and all that, because of that love, and because I want to say yes. I want to make these changes. I want to do better, for myself, so I can have the better life that I want to give it. Because right now, it really isn't much. So at 6'10", with being my highest, within a few months of starting the replacement therapy, I lost weight fast. It's amazing how the body is quick to adapt. It's quick to try to heal. It knows what it's doing, at least for the most part. And so, now I'm sitting at 493, and now I've changed a few more things and learning a little bit more, changing my diet to be better, and particularly my discipline. And in the future, I'll go more into that. But as my discipline is increasing, I've been losing more weight, which I have to remind myself tapers off, as I'm trying to also build muscle. Muscle weighs, similar to fat. So, but the main part I've been really trying to also focus is just watching where my lean mass and my body fat goes. And as I put on more muscle, it's going to counter some weight loss, but then you lose the water that's tied up into the fats, and it's all balances. But as long as I'm gaining muscle and that fat percentage is dropping, that's all really I should focus on, and not so much on a weight number, which has kind of also been really changing my perspective on things. And as I continue going through this weight loss journey, I would love to continue sharing, like I said, for the accountability and any support that you're willing to give that's out there. Again, thank you all, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.